Hello, this is Sabrina Taro 808. For today, I wanted to make a collective spiritual reading to understand what's going on with the influence of the planets that we have right now with astrology. Like asking the tarot questions of what is the energy that the alignment of the planets is going to bring for us on June 24th, because it's an alignment that happens every 18 years. And so I wanted to ask if there's any special energy that the alignment brings. And of course, yesterday was the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year, and there's that strong sun energy. And I wanted to ask also about that. And I thought that I'm surprised by the answer that I got, and well, I want to share the reading that I have and what I'm feeling from the cards. And very interestingly enough, which doesn't happen to me often, but sometimes depending on the reading that I'm doing, I do feel like I'm getting um, understanding not only of the planets but of the energy of the creator and the good plans that are aligning for all of us. And so I thought it was going to be more like a spiritual reading, but it is spiritual, but it's also in alignment to the kindness of the creator. It feels very strong. And I was thinking a bit about that how all different, or most of all religions believe in the sun, like this sun, the sun from the tarot cards. This is from the Art Nouveau Golden Tarot, or this one, which is from the Wise, Arabian Wise Spirit Tarot cards. And that the energy of the sun is, as it had been in ancient times for many religions, a connection to the creator, and how we definitely cannot live, or the existence of life is dependent on the sun. And that is a very special connection, and that it's not only symbolic in a symbolic way, but also in a connection to source, to God, to godness, and how blessed we are. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling we're receiving blessings, and that's what I'm feeling from the cards, which I'm going to proceed to read for you. I started with this. These are poker cards from. You can buy them on Amazon. Very nice PVC, and they have a very nice reflection and sheen, and they're nice to shuffle. Here we have the King of Cups, which is very resonant to the energy of God, of the Creator, of Jeshua, of the kind King, the King that's connected with his emotions. And here we have the Five of Cups, which we had as well here with this other tarot, which is the holographic, golden holographic tarot cards. PVC, they're also waterproof. And this is a person that is mourning for um, things that are not going well, and behind him are the things that are still left standing, the things that are still going on well for him. And this is upside down. This is for me, as of course, as an energy when you feel lost, when you feel depressed, when you feel you're of course putting all your energy on the things that are not going well in your life. And it being next to the King of Cups, for me it feels, and this is the Joker as the Fool and the Ace of Wands as new beginnings. For me this feels like we're getting merciful blessings from the universe, from Father God. In this alignment that we're having from the sun, it is allowing us, and especially those who've been going through difficult times, to find new beginnings and to start new things. And like a concerned father that sees that his child or his son, his daughter, his granddaughter, uh, grandson are having a hard time because life can be harsh and difficult sometimes. It feels like that fatherly or grandpa or God creator energy giving us like a second wind, to help us align with harmony and with peace and with love, because that is what life is about. Life always aligns with harmony and perfection and creation and love, because ultimately God is love. I also asked for more significators as to what are these new beginnings, and because at first it felt this was a reading that took me a while to understand because it was very deep, um, and it took me a while to wrap my head around it. Here with the Seven of Wands, which is standing your ground, the Four of Pentacles, which is holding on, or it could also be the card of the Miser. This is the Six of Swords, which is moving forward to, or better, to calmer waters. And the Ten of Cups is the happy family life, the happy ending, good things going on in our life. It's the blessing, is the card that has the rainbow behind it, and the rainbow being the promise of God. And after that, I have here the Ace of Cups, or Ace of Hearts, which is the ultimate energy of love, of the beating of love, of the heart of the universe that beats in the universe, that beats on every living thing, including the universe, the beating of the universe. We have that, we are connected in a way with the rhythm of life through our heart. And in that we align with, in the sense that the mystics say, or like the um, traditional Catholic, would you say, or Christian mysticism, that God is on everything that has a heart, everything that is full of love, because God is love. And I feel with these cards, with standing your ground and Four of Pentacles, and then I had that energy again on the other cards, is that God is, or the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, Yahweh, Jehovah, Jov, He, Vav, Hef, which is on the cards of the wheel on the tarot cards. Because if you didn't know already, the tarot cards are a representation of the heavens above, and the heavens above are made by the creator. So the name of the creator is on the tarot cards, on the wheel of life, in which we're, according to the lore, we come here to this planet to evolve our spirit, and to have lessons, and to go through all the different zodiac signs to learn to enhance ourselves. Because obviously 70 or 80, 90, if you're lucky, is not enough time to develop your soul and become a good person. There's that kind of notion, like from religions that believe as well in reincarnation, and that you need to follow a process in order to find a nirvana, where you actually become a wise and loving spirit. And that we're all here learning, and that's a school, and that's why we should all be compassionate toward even evil people, because they're also learning lessons. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to let them do their evil doing, or you're not going to have boundaries with them, but also to have, be compassionate that they unfortunately haven't learned the lessons that you have learned already. That well, if you need to explain why you shouldn't be doing evil, then you haven't learned the lesson, right? So this is about standing your ground, of standing your ground for the things that matter, and the universe seeing that, seeing your fight, seeing your persistence, but also giving you a hand in assisting you to let go of the things that are no longer for you, or to for you to let go of those burdens as well, and allow you, to give you an opportunity with this alignment of the planets, to move forward, to move away from the things that do not serve you, to calmer waters, to a place where you actually find your soul tribe, where you find that blessing of being around those people that are full of love and that you can expand with that love. I still feel that energy from the past readings, like the universe is getting us closer to our soul tribe. And of course, that doesn't mean that we're going to push away the people that are not, that haven't learned their lesson. Like say, oh, okay, like we still need to be kind to unkind people, and we still need to try to bring them to the good side. But it's important during harsh times to be aligned with our soul tribe, and I think that's the power of the planets right now and what they're bringing to us. And here I have more cards here with the Seven of Swords, which is sneaky things or sneaky behavior or things that are hidden. Five of Swords is the card, like for me always, or as not that I always see it like that, but it depends on the context of people that are they believe that the end justifies the means, that you have to win no matter what. And that kind of energy of sneaky people, or people that don't have any scrupulous, that don't have any heart, they don't have any morals, they just want to win. And of like the universe kind of pushing you away from that kind of people, and making people that are aligned in heart and aligned in fighting for what is it is good, because that Seven of Wands is not only standing your ground, but is standing your ground maybe against all the people that don't see injustice the way you see it. And I think that's a movement that's taking ground right now. It is palpable, and I saw the news that it's not only Greta Thunberg. Is that her last name? Well, you know who I'm talking about. She's very important out there in climate activism, and then bringing us the harsh reality. And of course, there's nothing sweet and nice to say about how we're treating the planet and where we're heading. But there's a lot of young people, not only her, of her same age, that are still doing activism, that are still they're still legally on trying to understand how they can put pressure on their governments, on their with their parliaments, to make changes. And they also have an interesting point of view that the war on Ukraine also is part of the climate change. That's just one more reason to change, to leave behind our dependency on oil and coal and all the energy supplies that damage the earth, and to transform our economies where we use energy that is sustainable. And I think that is taking ground in a worldwide level, and that the universe, in alignment with the planets, is seeing those efforts and is giving us even more tools for those that are doing the fight, whatever your fight might be. Maybe you're not there, you're not one of those young adults that are trying to make sure that their children have a future, right? Maybe that's not you, but you can, maybe it's in your workplace, maybe it's in your family life, maybe it's in just an opportunity that you have to do good and stand your ground when you're seeing injustice, when you're seeing people that don't have any heart, that are doing sneaky things. And the universe is giving us God, the creator, the eternal, the merciful, is giving us like brownie points for, and not because we asked for it, but because the energy that we create and the energy that we align with is the energy that we bring forth, manifest forth from the universe. So if you're manifesting justice, and you're manifesting, and when you, I don't know, a friend of yours is has a success, you're happy for their success, and you're happy that they're doing well, and you're happy that they can buy the luxurious things that they always wanted to buy, instead of being that petty person that says, they don't deserve it, and blah, blah, blah. Be happy for other people that are happy. That's going to bring more happiness into your life. And you wanting to be fair, that others are treating fair, is also going to bring that energy of fairness to your life. And not because you're expecting it, is because that energy attracts energy of that kind. It just It's like a law of the universe. So God is bringing you forth more karmic rewards, not because you asked for them, but because that's what you've been aligning with. And you're gonna receive messages. If that's you, if it feels like that's been you, like you've been trying to do the right thing, or you've been going through harsh times, which a lot of people have been going through very harsh times. From May and June have been very heavy, just like they were very heavy last year and the year before then. Because the alignment, of course, is the lessons, and we've been going through a lot of struggle, but our way that we are reacting to that struggle is also part of the process, and it's also part of what's going to bring us great rewards from that transformation, from that transformational time. And of course, just like a birthing your new self is very painful, it's very hard, and there's moments where you say, oh my God, I do not have more strength, and you have to rely on something about bigger than you to keep going. And I feel because you've been doing the right thing, because you've been going through tough stuff, and instead of becoming bitter, you've been becoming better. You're going to receive good news. This is the 8 of Wands, which is messages, and this is the truth. You're going to receive good news that are aligned with the truth that you've been aligning with, that are aligned with the person that you are. And this especially speaks up for people that are trying to do honorable things in their life, like being kind, and not honorable in order to get a statue built for you, but just because that's the right thing to do. And the least amount of people that know about it, the better, because that's how you should be doing. Everybody should be living their life. I also feel with these energies of the 7 of Cups, again, is that of making decisions, of having made the right decisions. Because here with the 7 of Cups, there's many things you can decide on. You could decide on the money, you could decide on the victory, you could go for temptations, you could go for the castle, you could go for the unknown, you could go for knowledge, or you could go for the pretty lady. So there's many questions as to and what you choose and what you give value to is what is going to give you rewards during this time, during this alignment of between from starting yesterday, June 21st, now is the 22nd, up to the 24th, because is in the 24th, in beginning of the day, like at just before the sun, it's on the horizon, which is when you will be able to see all the alignment of these planets, and they're almost going to look like they're in a straight line. Here we have the Empress, which I feel is also that energy. Is not only the I got on the from the cards the Empress and the Emperor, in a sense of balance, in a sense of like the paternal energy that looks for a well-being, that wants us to be better, the cosmic parents in a way, because of course in all religions there's always the feminine and the masculine and the feminine and the masculine, because that's what I mean. Of course, life is a representation. Everything around us is a representation of the cosmos, and there's a duality that's undeniable on at least where the reality that we live in. Just like there's night, there's day, just like there's masculine, there's feminine, and they balance each other out. And I feel we're receiving that paternal kindness again here with the 5 of Cups, of having gone through difficult times, of having our cosmic parents giving us like a little help, so we can keep developing, so that we can keep aligning with our mission in life and with the people that are our soul tribe. And that, yes, that heartache and those hard moments have made us, this is the 2 Wands upside down, has taken us to a path where we have to make a decision. We don't have any more time to decide on something. It just has to be done. Like the energy that I've been feeling on the other readings, that is something that shocks us, that throws us into making a necessary decision. And it makes us go within. Here, this is like like the Hermit card, going within to look for the light inside of us and what we want to do and how we want to align with our life. And you don't need to be religious or believe in God, or just it could only be your, and you can call God your values, your ideals of life. You can call God human rights, of being kind with others. I mean, you can just call God the golden rule, and that is basically sufficient. In order, I mean, and well, not that I can speak for God, but I believe in a God that looks at our actions and doesn't care what kind of religion you call yourself to be, or how many times you go to church, or if you confess your sins. And it's more important, I would say, than the procedure and the paperwork and the bureaucracy that religions want to imposed on human beings, that when it comes to your everyday life, that you are glorifying God by being a good person, by being compassionate, by treating others like you like to treat yourself, like you like others to treat you. And that this is bringing us an opportunity to see what we want to build, and also that the energies of the planet are aligning us to plant better things, things that are aligned with us, that are going to bring us abundance, and that are going to bring us peace as well, that are going to bring us completion. And with the High Priestess, that, and here again the Seven of Wands, which is standing your ground, it is that knowing. I feel that there's this gift of abundance from having been able to know what is the right thing to do with the High Priestess, of knowing why you're defending the things that you're defending, because you have that inner knowledge of knowing that above anything you should be good to others, and that it should be just as simple as that. Again, here I have more cards resonating with that energy of the first one, of Four of Pentacles, of letting go of the things that are not aligned with us, that are not aligned with our values, of the people that are sneaky again. And this is the same sequence of cards as before. And just because I wanted to see, like, get more reference as to what they meant by those cards, and what I received was the same cards as clarification, meaning that we are to move forward to calmer waters. We are to leave behind the things that are no longer for us, the places where we don't where respect is not being served, where people are being treated unfairly, where things are not making sense and are unfair and are just illogical and irrational. And that's enough reason to leave them behind, and to find the light, the creation, the the joy of growth, the joy and the knowledge that not only knowledge, but the wisdom that the Sun God brings on regards to clarifying things, on regards to making right now where summer is starting, after, especially in places where there are 4 seasons, that the sun is bringing forth its energy to create new things, to create new cycles, to create life, to create beauty, to create abundance, to create food, to create substance, to create joy. And that is part of it's a reminder of what life is about, that it's never ending. Just like God is eternal and it's always bringing forth life, it is also our birthright to be joyful, to be abundant, to be in the light of the sun. And that's where, like, the cards got a I've had that several times happen to me when I've been going through difficult times. And I remember getting my cards out and asking what was the next step and who's going to help me, and seeing the the energy and the presence of God helping me out. And it was just like that, amen. Just like that. Now that didn't mean that the road wasn't difficult. It was difficult. It was like going to war, but every time, like magically, I needed a tool, and it just showed up miraculously, in a way that I just couldn't deny the presence of that good energy in my life. So yeah, it made this witch a believer, definitely. Um, so here we have with the Queen of Wands that there's this manifesting energy with the planets of creating, of and she's of course the energy of fire, and she also has a what's it called, a sunflower in her hand, which is a symbol of the sun, because she's also a creator, a manifester. And we're gonna get blessings during these days between yesterday, today, tomorrow on the 24th, and 25th probably as well, and 26th, of things that we planted, or wishes that we wanted that are coming to fruition, doors that are opening, great news that are coming towards us with the Page of Swords. And again, here I had the Emperor once again, because there's a strong energy of the Emperor. I also had on the I don't want to move the camera too much, because then there'll be interference on the audio from the microphone. By the way, I'm getting a new one. But I hope that has not interfered much with your enjoyment of my philosophical readings. But I'm also fixing it because it's annoying. I mean, just like the golden rule, I might be probably annoyed, but a little by some interference. So I'm getting rid of it. So here again, back to what I was saying, we have the Emperor, the energy of the Emperor, and it felt very strong during this time. And I asked for clarification, and I had the Three of Cups. I said the Emperor and the Three of Cups. What does it mean? Okay, so God is in control, or the energy of because the Emperor is the creator, is number 4. 4 is what gives structure, is the law, like the framework of life, in a way, also what shapes the material world, because the Emperor rules the material world. So in that sense, it rules the planets up above, of course. And with the Three of Cups, I was wondering what it meant, what kind of blessing God was bringing us with this. So I checked the meaning, because that's also helpful. I mean, even if you are a very skilled tarot reader, it does not take away anything from your craft if sometimes you go and you check the booklet, because the author might have included a side, a perspective, an angle about that card that right in that moment is perfect, or is just what you needed for the reading, is part of the message. And this is what it says about the Three of Cups, which is okay, so here with the pretty neat with the Emperor, which I got as clarifying of and the Three of Cups. It says, joy shared with others, friendship and celebration, the manifestation of love and warm feelings. The cups reflect the sacred triad of creativity and growth. Pumpkins and fruits imply growth. This card reminds the reader to share with others. Empowering others increases everyone's happiness, health, and wealth. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. And for me, that felt very, very powerful. How during this time God is aligning us, and that's part of the answer from the tarot cards of what is that this alignment with the planets is bringing us. And what is bringing us is putting us closer to the people that are soul tribe, that are their energy is going to magnetize our own, and we're all going to vibrate even higher. Which, because right now we're going through a time where it's necessary, and it's necessary, of course, because we've been going through low vibrational moments, just for the fact that the war in Ukraine is going on, that all the low vibration that the pandemic caused, and all the people that were lost in the pandemic, um, and the cards, they're opening up, because I have here the two of swords. They're opening up new doors for us to create new things, and these new things, we're going to create them with people that are aligned with us. There's going to be news of new beginnings with the Fool, new endowers that are going to be aligned with our spiritual purposes. And so feel blessed. If you've been having like a rough time lately, that means that it's equivalent to the blessings that you're going to receive. Like your suffering is going to turn into bliss and abundance and growth. And because I asked the reason, like, so what is the purpose? Why does God, why does the creator, why does the cosmos, the universe want to bring us together? And the reason for that is that I got the temperance and the sun again. Because the way the universe works is that there has to be balance. Because I also had this other um, like oracle cards. This is the yin yang, because the planet and energy and the creation was what we know as creation is dual. And there's always a balance between the darkness and the light, and we've been going through enough pressure and enough darkness, and it's already time for light. Just like we've been going through, and especially in the countries that have 4 seasons, you had enough with the winter and you survived the winter, and you went within as one does during the winter, and you feel grateful for all your efforts and your persistence, and that you were able to safeguard your food and have a secure and warm home, or to create that a safe place to be. It is already time for the light to appear, for life to feel like it moves smoother, that it's easier to navigate, where it feels like less struggle and more joy. And that is the promise that the sun brings, that it is now time, because the sun is also the happiest card on the tarot deck. Um, it is full joy. It is the energy of, basically, of Jeshua Emmanuel when he was a child, that the divine child, the joyful child, the promise of the sun, and the promise that there in in a lot of mysticism and different philosophies, there's always that promise of joy, that after the storm there's gonna be sunny times and rainbows. And let's see what else, what other energy that I got. Here I have, again, the authority, just like as more significators. Authority, like being what more than the emperor, right? And number 4, also being the emperor. And sacrifice, that we've been doing. We've been going through the lessons that we've been given, and we have navigated and given our all in the sacrifices that were asked from us during this time. And it is, and that we had to face temptation, whichever way temptation can look like for you, from just blaming, I don't know, the universe for what's going on, instead of saying, okay, no, this is just things that are happening, and just aligning with a good energy to come forth whenever it is the right time for it to come forth, and to give you the blessings, because you're a positive person and you believe that that even during the shadow times there's lessons, and that there's, and that even the bad things that happen have a silver lining in our life for growth. And that in some way, it depends on where you are in your path, but you might even get to the understanding that a lot of things happen by destiny, because they were they actually align you with a higher purpose. And I was thinking of some some news that I read, some article that I read about Adam Sandler. I think I saw it in social media. When he was fired from Saturday Night Live, he said that him and his coworker, I don't remember the name of the, what's his name? The blonde. Um, well, that they let them go, and he said that that was the hardest time in his life, and that he was super depressed because that was like the first gig that he got, and he became a celebrity. And when they let him go, he felt devastated and super depressed. But lo and behold, thanks to that, he actually made even a better career. He made himself even a better comedian. Instead of only being on television, he became a movie star. If you think of comedy right now, I mean, he's on the top of the people that are out there in comedy, and he's actually a very spiritual and heartful person. If you happen to see his interviews, he's a nice guy. He makes his mom proud. Let's see what other. I asked for more significators, and I keep getting the same cards again. So, feeling that helpless and hopeless that we've been feeling for the past month, which has taken us on a road to be by ourselves in solitude, to think about everything that has happened and to think where we want to go. And it has led us to spiritual strength. These are pretty cool cards. These are from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Well, it's not a tarot, it's an oracle. But it calls itself a tarot. But exactly, going within has made us work hard, like go to the spiritual gym and become stronger in our resilience. And again, here, rejoice in celebration. This again is the Three of Cups kind of card, and this is rejoicing with the people that are aligned with us, with the people that love us, with the people that understand what life is about, and that uniting and collaborating and being close to that people is part of, as well, of God's plan, and that is going to bring us forth in a better situation that probably is going to align us with blessings, with better jobs, better situations. Maybe it's going to align us. It might align you with the love of your life. It might align you with the solution that you needed for a situation you needed to resolve for the past 3 years, or maybe for this past month. That because the people that love us, they always want to see us better, and they're always looking after us. They're looking. They have our backs, and right now it's a time that really requires that, and that's part of the gift of the alignment of the planetary alignment that we're going to have during these days. Here with the sacral chakra, I'm not sure specifically what that might mean, but that could mean like union, like romantic and sexual. So this could also be a time if you've been lonely for a long time, and I don't think this energy is about being needy. Like if you ask for anything, it should be that God's will be done, and that the universe brings forth whatever is best for you and whatever is most aligned with you and your soul purpose and your spiritual purpose. But this could come in the shape of a relationship. Believe and succeed. This is the Six of Swords. You believe and succeed. You believe that you deserve better, that you deserve to be with people that honor you and that love you and respect you, and that are at least, I mean, not that you have to think the same things as like your crowd. You have to make a questionnaire and everybody has to believe the same thing, but on the core values, they're respectable people. They're not in the Seven of Swords, they're not in the Five of Swords, definitely they're not in the Four of Pentacles. They're in good vibration, they're in alignment, because they know, because once you know there's enough for everybody, people that live in the enough and in the love, that love is eternal, it's infinite. It's just because it's your neighbor is having a great relationship, you should not at all feel jealous of that. People that think that because someone else is having a great time, they're spending up all the energy, the good energy, and there's not going to be enough for you. Love and abundance is eternal, and it's ever increasing, and there's never lack. So, of course, if you know that, you're well aligned. This is also a time with this alignment and the blessings that are going to come forth. If you have the honor of receiving such blessings, this energy is also calling us forth to share that, to share with others, to share the message, like people, to give your testimony, so that people feel that hope as well, so that miracle is not lost, so that you lead others into being better. With the star, of course, the star of hope, um, the Queen of Swords with the truth, Page of Swords with knowing the truth. If you've been in the truth, if you've been aligned with being truthful and logical, but also being fair, that's what you're going to attract forward to. And if you know that truth is your coinage, it's your value, it's your core, you know that when you realize that things are not aligned or might not be aligned in that truth, you know it is time to move forward to a place where people do share your people that share the or that kind of value of the importance of being truthful. And that's a place where you can actually grow, where you can plant your future, and that it's already, if that's what you've been wanting to find, like your soul tribe, a better job, a better place, this time, during these days, you're going to find that alignment where you are no longer waiting for it to happen. Here with the hangman upside down, the time for waiting is gone, and because you have persevered, because you have tamed your own inner lion, because you had strength in a compassionate way, in a patient way, in a loving way, and you're gonna get rewarded, be it that with abundance, with a place where you can grow, or a relationship, or a business opportunity, because you've been on the right path, and this is the time to where we're aligning with the planets, to receive the gift, especially if you've been doing your work. I also feel with the energy of the Emperor and the Sun, which I had on the dice, there's blessing. It's like hitting home runs, like Hail Marys, like jackpots. Like if something good happen, it's gonna be 4 times more abundant. Like it's multiplied by 4, and with a good structure. And I hope that was of help to you. I hope that was it was a bit hard for me because it was very deep, but I hope that was of resonance to you and that you liked it. And if you want to share any blessings that you received during these days, feel free to do so on the comments below. So blessings to you all. May you align with the universe has aligned for you.